Hello everyone, this is Sqorck, and today I'm going to show you a few tricks to improve your roof designs. First thing we're going to talk about is the varying angles that you can do with sloped roofs. And there's three main ones. There's your standard 45-degree angle that most everybody uses, but I tend not to. Then there's the more shallow, lower slope, where it's just 2 blocks, then goes up, then 2 blocks, and continues that to the middle, and then goes back down. And then the opposite of that would be the steep roof, which just goes up to over 1, up to over 1, and so on to the middle, and then back down. Something that can help you when working with sloped roofs is to always build the base of your structures in odd numbers, so that there's always 1 block in the very middle that can be used for your door and go up to your roof, so you have one nice point on the tip of your roof. If you don't do this, you get, if you have, like, say, an even number of blocks for your width on your building, and you go up, then you're having 2 blocks that are at the top, and it's a lot thicker and doesn't look quite as nice. Generally, what you want to do is when you lay out the base or foundation of your structure, you just want to make sure whatever line is going to be going parallel with your roof is an odd number, so you just put 1 in the middle and then go out from there, like so. A fairly common structure for steep sloped roofs, like a medieval style, is an L shape or right angle structure like this. And there's a couple of different ways of doing the roof with that. You can either have the shorter side go directly into the longer side, and have that longer side extend outward like so, or you can have it where they're both the same height and width, and it curves around so it doesn't have that opening on this side. And personally, I tend to use this design a lot more. I like to have more windows inside, and it gives a lot more variation and just a better look when you have different heights and widths on things like this. When adding windows into the side of a roof, you'll want to make sure that there's a slope or something like these, and they can look pretty decent anyway, and they're really easy to make. Basically, you'll just want to figure out where you want your window. So say I want a window like right there. Then take your center and extend it out a bit. Like so. Windows like this give a lot of variation and detail to a roof, so it's not just a single flat sloping roof. Now I'm going to show you how to add some detail and make a standard roof look a little bit better. And one way to do that is by extending out to the very top a couple blocks, then following it down, and then changing it up a bit, like so. And this gives it a little bit of a curve at the top, and then it kind of has a little bit more detail. And you can even, if you notice, looking at it from the profile view from the side, it kind of curves in and then it goes flat right there, and you can actually add, you can extend these out just like you did the top, and that will give the illusion of it curving down and then curving back out. Another detail you can do with fences is putting a little divider at the top of your roof. These things were for breaking up like snow and stuff that builds up on top and then forcing it to either side. Another thing you can do with fences is line the underneath of your roof along the wall, just to give it that extra detail that you want there. But you'll notice there's quite a big difference from this side to the other side that's just flat and relatively boring. This design is a pretty cool one. It's good for towers and things like that. You can also do it on larger structures too, but basically you just want to make sure that all of the sides have a full pointing arch like this, and then you just extend that going straight back until it intersects with the ones going in the opposite angle to it. Then once you do that, instead of having it like flat like this, which is a little bit boring and lame, you can extend them out like this so that they have a nice curve to them, just like I showed you earlier. And then from there, I like to add more details on top so it's not quite as flat, and just little things to give it some variation. There's lots of different ways of doing tops for round towers and things like that. These are kind of medievalish, and basically you just take your thing and add an overhang around your tower, and then you slowly build in. And this one does a slight angle going up but every 2 blocks, and then it starts going at 45, then it goes up to 2 blocks going vertically, so it's kind of got a gradient as far as the way it curves up and slopes up, where this one is just a 45-degree angle and it goes all the way up like that, and this one is like a steep slope, goes all the way up. Gothic cathedrals and things like that generally just have big pointy spikes and spires and different stone roofs that have interesting shapes and things like that. They're pretty easy to make. You just have to kind of go with the center point and then work your way down, kind of making the corners accentuated as well. This building is a great example. It shows a couple overlapping roofs with some details with half slabs, as well as the little roofs over windows to keep off rain and such. This one has a really interesting shape. One of our builders, Tacken, helped me make it, and has some really great detail with like stairs and half slabs, showing how you can add those in here and make it a smoother transition there. One thing to note with almost all of these roof designs is you want your roof to extend past the point of your building's walls. And the reason for this is because in real life you have rain that washes down on the roof, and the roof will have to extend past the walls so that it will keep the rain off the walls as much as possible. Here's a building I made a while ago, and it's a great example for roofs because it's just got all sorts of different types of roofs and different details on there that really work well together. And it just shows that you can have a building that's a very strange and obscure shape and still use all of these principles and ideas to add roofs to them, and they seem natural and look correct. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys next time.